Hello everybody. Welcome to a little bit of a different Thursday video. We've been doing these for a while, where we get to go on MOCA tours with Untitled, essentially the architect for Museum of Crypto Art. And so with us today, we have a little quick 30-minute video where Untitled and Renee and Michael from the MOCA team are showcasing essentially what Untitled built yesterday, which is their rooms project. So if you haven't heard, MOCA's releasing sort of an exhibition space that's interoperable for all metaverses for a year, a room every day. And in this video, we get to see a literal prototype of the very first room. So yeah, it's a little bit of a short one. The video does cut out at the end. Arium space is a bit weird. It's still in development, but hopefully you guys enjoy this little bit of architectural exhibitional alpha. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. You're multi-dimensional, goddamn. He's more like what, 5 faces? No, cubes have 6 faces. I remember my math.
Look on top. Yeah, you also have a face on your head.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course you have.
So, look at my head.
Hello. Can you hear me? Yes.
Ike?
Yes.
Ah, hello. Hi, Peter.
So like, are you guys in control of like the floor layout in this?
I'm not really sure. I think as soon as like Kirk has set up his microphone and
Yeah.
stops using OBS as his webcam, then he can explain it to you.
how's the
I
weather
can
in
also use OBS.
How's the weather in Germany?
The only camera which is detected is my
Yo.
camera.
Yo.
Hi.
Yo, that's cool. You got a nice rig there. Hold on. What is Hey, yo.
Det er bare sådan en tår nu virtuelt.
This vibes. And now we're on the floor. Hey, we got a motherfucker. What's up, motherfucker? MFer, excuse me.
MFer. Nice watch on your wrist.
Yeah. Yo, this looks this looks fucking insane. We have to wait till we get the tour. Oh, there's messages.
Oh, chat.
Yeah.
The video in the queue.
Oh, okay. This. So I'm guessing you can. I'm guessing you can use Arium and on mobile.
I think so, because like the controls in the lower left, right?
Yeah, and it's like very mobile. Like that's the controller of a mobile like video game. Makes me zoom though. Hell yeah, let's go.
Hey, can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't have to jump up and down anymore. All right. Strange. It was like connected to my Oculus, OBS, everything. It was all right, awesome. Hey, P-Buck.
Hello.
Yeah, crowd.
Hello, everyone. All right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let's start.
Great. Welcome, everyone. This is the first prototype of a room, and we're super excited to display it in Arium spaces. The world here is just really incredible, a great showcase for things. But generally speaking, this is what we call a chaos room. So this is a room that has 16 slots. The slots are identified in the neon frames. But generally, it's meant to be a kind of deconstructed archway system, deconstructed arcade. And so every time for each room that you have, I'm going to be designing two different options for builds that you can choose. You can choose a kind of chaotic room, or you can choose a very ordered room. So this is a more playful version for you guys to look at, and we can tour around now. But yeah, I think we're super excited about what Rooms and Floor are doing and what this will open up for designers like me and like many others who will be designing these spaces. But yeah, we just figured we'll start doing some kind of more frequent exhibitions of what these spaces can look like and what they can accomplish. And we have Michael here and Renee here, the masterminds behind this. And yeah, I think we can kind of be pretty informal today and just walk around and ask questions as they come.
All I'm gonna say is, sir, I could have never envisioned your actual. I'm probably gonna butcher the name, Euclidean geometry, or however that's pronounced. Like, it actually looks so nice in person. Holy shit!
Thank you. Thanks, Anubis. And yeah, I think this technically wouldn't be non-Euclidean geometry. It's just sort of like a weird dream version of of an archway. But you'll notice that the room's logo is kind of deconstructed here. So you'll see the infinity shape and an M and an R throughout the building.
Oh,
A bit of a play on that as well.
Yo, you didn't mention this earlier. What the hell?
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, I remember literally sitting in art history class and learning about that one fucking painting with the skull all warped, and the teacher's like, "Ooh, if you walk around it in the right angle, you get to see it, like illusions. Painters discovered illusions." And then here we are, entitled "Spelling Rooms with Geometry and Architecture." That's fucking wild, sir.
Thanks, man. You were too nice. Yeah, I think these will be a lot of fun. I mean, these builds are the first handful of builds for rooms. I'm building out a system that's modular so that they can actually fit really easily across different rendering engines and worlds. Like, for example, this same model, you could plop into Decentraland on a 2x2 plot as is. And I think we'll be doing a lot of experiments like that across different worlds to exhibit how they can kind of like drag and drop and fit seamlessly. And that's the hope. That's what we're building out. Is this will be a very interoperable system where the same build can exist across different platforms. But
yeah. That's actually very nice. Interoperability.
And here, like,
all
the
way.
textures are low res, and in like a standalone client or standalone virtual world like Somnium Space or I don't know, VR chat or whatever, like desktop-based systems or Unreal Engine versions, everything will be ultra high resolution. So the same build will look different, the architecture and the textures, compared to like a web implementation like this or Decentraland.
definitely.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. You go ahead.
I was going to say, do you guys want to go to the column in the middle and bounce around a little bit? There's some great lighting in there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do
go
it.
explore. Hope we don't get eaten by anything.
Just the texturing reminds me of Minecraft so much. Wow, the floor! You got bedrock here, sir. This actually. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
around with the textures a bit. I think so. This is all just a different kind of noise texture that I was working on. I think it would be fun to. Oh, Anubis is stuck inside the column.
Yeah, but yeah, that was actually from the inside. It looks cool because you get to see, like, I actually get to see how you. I don't know if you guys can fully hear me, but like how you built this. Because if you phase inside, I don't know how I did it, but I get to see like the actual basic shape of each one arrayed on top, but it's no longer doable.
I need
Oh,
to.
there
It
it
should
is.
be said that the stairs don't work yet. They will. I don't have. But yeah, I hope what these exhibits do is also show that no matter the slot size of floor that you have or
Mhm.
room that you have, I mean, the architecture can be wildly complex. If you have an 8, a 16, a 128, a 256, like I think, there's no limits on what these spaces can be. And so the higher the number might be a more kind of like larger build, but you
Mm.
can have a really incredible space for just an 8 or a 16 and do a lot with that.
And I think a one slot room could also be very interesting.
That'll just it'll be like a temple of
Yes.
just one work to rule them all. It'll be amazing. I can't wait for that one.
It's like an abstract piece too. That would be just like glorious.
And
Just like
chance is like 1% chance that like a one slot floor is minted, which can be redeemed for such a room. So
okay.
low probability, but yeah, it can exist.
Wait, so Untitled, like, I see how you like built these stairs, but is the roof and like the arches built the same way? Because I see like the lines going through that, like essentially like form the. Well, I wish I had hands so I can point, but like the lines of like each sort of array ladder, I can see them in the archways. Oh,
It's a good question. I think that's actually just a light baking kind of effect.
okay.
It's convenient because it looks like the pattern continues,
Mhm.
uh, but it actually is just the archway is made up of there are four, sorry, objects within that. So they're just kind of like building blocks, but they're not actually split into layers. But I do really like the effect of this column, so I think we're going to test out some more versions of this throughout the build that make it a little bit more popping and and I think we'll also, this is just a test version, and I think what we'll do is have different sizes for the slots. Right now,
Mhm.
they're all the same size, and they're on the ceiling, they're on the roof, they're on the floor. But I think what we should do for a chaos version like this is really amp that up and create different scales. So yeah, maybe within the column, if you go into it, there's like an Easter egg or something. Would be fun.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, it's really, I mean, Arium has some really pretty impressive mechanics here, and we worked on a build in Arium last summer, and it's incredible how much all of these platforms have really just like improved and changed so much over the last 6 months or more. It's just so much more available now, so this is pretty great.
Out of like all the metaverses, if you will, like the lighting in Arium is actually so nice. It's incredibly nice. It's like very like it feels like it's, well, I don't know if it's PBR. Is it PBR? You're the one who textured this, sir.
Well, I'm not sure. I know I spent about half an hour working on this part right here to get this light to fall on that right here on this guy.
Oh,
But I don't know exactly the mechanics of how the lighting works in this particular rendering engine. But I think each one has a different kind of look and feel, and that's part of, I think, the benefit of a room is that you can experience it across lots of different environments. So I like what we're doing, that it's being metaverse agnostic in a way, and or metaverse cooperative more than agnostic. But yeah, I don't know. I need to do a full breakdown, but the lighting in here is pretty nice. I was playing with that a lot last night to try to get the shadows in the right spot.
So like are you having to place like the lighting in Arium itself, or are you doing that in the model, and then when you put it in, it gets imported in?
Well, so that's you actually set the lights within the app itself.
Okay.
I think we'll be exploring a lot of different ways that we can install these more in a more automated way. But yeah, for now this was all the lighting here was manual, just kind of installing that a certain way. And this app works in mobile too, which is pretty cool. If you guys have tested that out. But yeah, so this I hope gives a sense too for what you see the slots on the wall. This is a 16, but you can imagine the kind of size of the builds can change a lot or be pretty dramatic depending on the number of slots. But I think what we want to do with this showcase too is show off a lot of 16s, a lot of different types of rooms, a lot of different styles, and yeah, so this will be the first of many different showcases. We'll do a lot of different versions, and some will look much more relaxed than this one. This one looks a little bit more of like a collage of spaces, but yeah.
Well, also, didn't like a big room sell as well? Like I remember there was like a big number that came out recently in a room, no? Or was
yeah,
it a low number?
Oh, Renee, I think you're muted.
Sold already 3 of them. But I guess like for most of the people who are bidding on this vision, it's not really clear yet what they will get. So it will become clearer and clearer what they will be able to get for these floor NFTs that just carry a number. And starting with this tour today, I guess like we will do these tours through many different implementations of the stuff that Kirk is building or Untitled is building, and the people will understand more and more like what they are actually getting by purchasing one of the floors in the auction. And yeah, like a 128 slot sold for I think somewhere between 2 and 3 E's, the last one, but another one sold for I think 7 point something. So it's still like price discovery phase. But I guess like there will be more clearer price points of these auctions as more of them are sold and like the vision becomes painted in front of the people's eyes. I think that's very important that we are doing this as we are building, of course. Like everything is sharing as much work in progress that we can so that the participants of the auctions get a better idea of what they are getting into.
Yeah, and I think what we could do too is show some of the community collection within these spaces, maybe the most liked versions or different ways to show that if you have an activated NFT as in your member pass, that it can just very seamlessly be shown in a space like this. And I personally just can't wait for the curation tools that will come alongside rooms. I think that's a big bottleneck in the space right now, just group curation and kind of ability to show work quickly and seamlessly. So yeah, I think these spaces will it'll be a fun showcase for things, and we can explore in different worlds, whether we're little voxel boxes like this or we're in VR. We'll showcase a lot of different environments for you guys to give a good sense. floor and room. But yeah, if anyone has questions too, feel free. Otherwise, we can just kind of bounce around for a little while.
Well, are you looking forward to building out the 666 room if that comes up?
We did have it. Renee cut me off when I said 1024.
I think it was like Colborn texting in our internal team Discord that 420 has to be the highest number, and we agreed. Yeah, obviously it is.
Yeah, no more questions.
And I think 420 and 69 have like probabilities of 0.5% to be minted, so
Okay.
these will be ultra scarce.
Okay. Yeah, that would be like if like more than one or two like get minted, that would be insane. Just to see that. But also 100 420. That's like
It might take, I think 128 has like 7% chance.
okay.
Yeah.
It might happen that we will go through 1 year without the 69 or 420. Can happen. Like, I don't know.
And I'm low-key hoping that like one day, like 6 months from now, I just catch like a nice little room, like bid on it, and nobody else bids on it because they don't see it. But also I know that it just everybody knows these are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally want some rooms because I know it's not just going to be me designing them. I think this is like, I think, building up a collection over time be really cool to showcase these, but also collect from architects and designers that I admire too. And yeah, I'd love to I really want a 1 or a 3 or, something really epic with just a couple pieces. I think would be fun. But I got to start working on the 420. That's going to take a lot.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, like, is there a size limit in Arium or any of this? Like, because 420, that's a lot of space.
It's right now. I think they support around 100.
Okay.
100 images, but I think it depends on how. It very much depends on where it can be. I think what we're building is flexible so that it can phase into different environments. Oh, and here's Dan from Arium, the co-founder, right here. He's running around. Where'd he go? He was here a second ago. But yeah, I think what's nice about this system is that the model itself will be adapting it over time. The room itself is going to be mutable so that we can kind of evolve it as platforms evolve and as capacities change. So I think that's a big benefit. And I think it'll be nice to have something like that, an NFT like that kind of can basically adapt with the times. And what Renee is building is just like pretty wild. So we're really excited to slowly tease out these things in these spaces and what it can do.
Yeah, you can basically imagine like permissionless APIs that serve like the populated spaces, like that serve the room NFT, which is like the structure we are walking in, but also like the mapped NFTs that the owner has configured inside the MOCA DApp. So all the art pieces are also like sent to our partners who integrate these. And it could happen that, for example, a 420 room does not work in Somnium Space for constraints that they have. Maybe inside the world, but maybe not in on like the ground level. But like we will find ways to like increase the support for the different room sizes and try to be as interoperable with all the experience that Untitled has gathered over the past years building inside these worlds, so we can make them as interoperable and as compatible as possible. But for example, like a 420 room, I guess like if somebody really purchases that and pays someone to build like a custom Unreal Engine experience, where this room is like sitting, and then it's also compatible with Arium or Mona or like other worlds that don't have space restrictions inside their environments. I think that's already like super cool when you manage this big building and change like the art inside it, and then already like 3 potential integrators or versions where this is integrated update as well. Or you could imagine that our APIs, as they are permissionless, and you as the owner could give the allowance also for public display. The Decentraland Foundation or another foundation that owns big chunks of land integrates this huge exhibition on their plaza, for example, where they have like infinite space and have like different rules than a regular landowner. So we need to explore all these different ways, while everybody who is building new virtual worlds and is working on during this metaverse hype that's just getting started. Everybody will build virtual spaces, and they will need content to populate it. And then room owners who flip that switch to, okay, it's publicly available and usable, they might join a new metaverse world somewhere and then see their art exhibition there, updated according to the stuff that they put on the walls inside the MOCA dApp. So I guess that's the powerful play if you build permissionless systems, which are Web3 native, in contrast to, yeah, you need to like allow all the partners to integrate your APIs, you know. Everybody can integrate it without asking.
And also, like, even if like, somebody gets 420 and then you guys realize it's impossible unless you approach Epic Games, to build it in Unreal Engine. The fact, like, an unusable exhibition space is also pretty cool. It's like the fact, like, in itself, right? The fact that you buy something that is like of such, like, it takes on so much that it's unusable. Like, it's like, it's like looking at the white space but with no works on it, right? Which is also pretty cool. It's like cursed rooms, but like the one cursed room where you can't even use it. It's just you own it for provenance.
It's just
And
so rare
someday
you can't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Someday you can. Like some world might then update their constraints, and then, oh my god, this 420 room is now usable.
That would be like some
Like
historical shit right there.
and you can always, like, yourself or friends create a new Unreal Engine project, integrate a library that still needs to be coded, but guess we have MOCA tokens to reward programmers to do that, to build like an Unreal Engine library that allows you to drag and drop complete rooms into the Unreal Engine scene, and then you just build like the outer environment, um, and then you have your room in there, and you build that and deploy it, and people can visit it. I think that's also super powerful.
And then, like, I know also when people start messing around with VR chat, and you can add like full interactive ability, like a mirror in here, right, and like a TV screen, or if they choose so. I don't know how we feel about TV screens in galleries, but like you can also, I know, like, VR chat has people like you hold a marker in VR and you draw, and so it's like this can go pretty crazy. The more places it's actually exhibited in.
I agree, yeah. And like depending on the virtual world, like people will use the exhibition space in different ways. Like you said, like in VR chat, you have like these markers where you can paint while hanging out, and you have like spatial audio, but also the ability to stream stuff and have like your full body tracking avatars. And then when you move from different world to world while remaining inside the same museum space with art, I think that's super powerful, and people will get their minds blown by this. At least that's what we hope to accomplish, blowing people's minds.
Can you guys hear Renee? I can't hear you. I don't know if that's the audio.
I could hear him.
Oh, weird. Oh, okay. I'm
Very
just
nice.
never mind. Maybe it's my audio.
No, I don't hear anything.
This is This is very nice. Oh. Oh, I think I'm stuck in the thing.
Are you stuck in?
Oh, I'm back. I got stuck in there.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, the collider mesh is not developed yet. So next week we'll have one where you can go up the stairs and we can explore different levels and that kind of thing. But for now, this one, you could probably just get stuck in the columns more than you might have to, do some hopping. I see some people jumping.
Oh, okay. I see what texturing you're I just realized you have like two textures going on. You got like a normal procedural like noise sort of texture and then pixelated texture. Okay.
Yeah, it's just I think like I'm trying to toy around a little bit with noise textures because it just feels I especially for a chaos kind of build like this, I didn't want to like render it as concrete or marble or something like that, which trying to do something as kind of metaverse native as possible. What would a texture look like if it was just of the crypto art scene? And I think that would look something like a glitch or a noisy texture or something pixelated. So I'm trying to work on a kind of series of textures that are like terracotta in a way. I think the white here is pretty decent, but I want to play around with that more to give it a little bit more umph.
You know, I am so happy I played Minecraft as a child because I was thinking of terracotta as well.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, the
actually
lighting. Oh, sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, like it's the lighting and it's also just like it's like you said, like that look of like digital stuff, like sort of being pixelated and like some sense of like glitchiness or that like it actually fits, especially since we're in the digital realm, right? It feeds into into what like this space is, instead of like trying to not be it, like how places in Decentraland try to be like as realistic as possible.
Yeah, I think there's a chance for us to discover different types of textures, different materials, because if we're building, if this building doesn't have to respect gravity or anything else, it doesn't have to respect materiality either. And so I think that's something that I definitely want to explore more. And this is just the first test, really, but I've been doing a lot of different kind of like noise texture studies, playing with terracotta kind of look and feel and seeing what we can get. But yeah, I don't know. It's we'll see what it looks like in another world too, and check out the different vibe. But I do love the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to make sure you guys could hear me. Have you thought about different lighting on art pieces and picture frames at all?
Yes, that's a great question. Next week we'll be showing a more kind of complete version of, showing spotlights over artwork, and I think that's something that for this particular build, it's a little bit more of a collage and a little bit more chaotic. But yes, we definitely want to make sure that the art is front and center, and that art can be displayed in as many ways as possible. So this one is a little bit more of a scattered kind of approach, purposefully. But next week we'll show the other component of this build, which will be, we nickname order. And that one will have a lot more kind of regular spotlights over artwork to showcase things very cleanly, more so like a gallery that we would be familiar with.
Slides for artwork that are kind of hovering. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just sorry, go on. I'm interrupting. Sorry.
Oops, sorry. I can't. If anyone can hear me, I can't hear at the moment.
Well, I can hear Untitled. Can you guys hear Untitled?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh. And I was ignoring the chat here too. If you guys, if you're having issues with audio, you can chat as well in the upper right corner.
What is it? I wanted to ask, since you guys are launching a super rare space, or I think, or like a super, yeah, I think super rare space is like that gonna be like, or are you guys gonna be like attempting to bid on our room and like have that for the the super rare space that you guys are like building as well, or the space race, I think it was called.
I can. I don't know if it's. Sorry, my audio is a little funky. I hope I'm not talking over Renee or Michael here. Yeah, I think what the space race will be really cool for is we can have rooms to showcase the different space artists that are on the space. Just so you know, every 10th room or every 10th floor that is goes to the MOCA treasury. So that's something that we can use to display super rare artists, and I think down the line we'll have lots of really cool exhibitions and spaces for us to experience the art that is within the super rare space. So I think that's definitely going to be intertwined in a really interesting way.
I can't wait. I've been talking on Twitter about the MOCA super rare space, and then Carlos's super rare space. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm really excited. I think the spaces open up so much opportunity for different kinds of curation and different experiences. So, I mean, we're really on, like, you know, it's early days, and all of these tools, the 3D tools, the curation tools, the, you know, everything is still so young here. So this is, we're pretty excited. I think it's going to change a lot a year from now compared to where we were a year ago.
That's true. I mean, we already have like almost 6,000 NFTs in the community collection.
Yeah, when 1 million. Get a million.
Yeah, when 1 million.
You guys ever plan on showing Tezos NFTs by any chance?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
like, it's
for
not
real?
the highest priority, but we want to integrate the ability to link in Tezos addresses into your MOCA account. So how the architecture works is that we are storing all the activation data sets on Polygon. An activation data set is basically a pointer to a combination of blockchain ID plus contract hash plus token ID. And these three parameters allow us to identify each NFT or every NFT on every given blockchain. So we will be able to aggregate Tezos NFTs as well. But the next step is to allow people to handshake in additional Ethereum addresses into their primary address, so that people who have like precious art sitting in their cold storage, they only need to do one handshake to prove ownership of that hardware wallet, and then they can curate the NFTs on that device via their mobile wallet or like the wallet that they use on daily basis, and they can handshake in an array of Ethereum addresses, so multiple ones. And then we will be enabling people to create like a new exhibition, which is called like, we call it exhibition. And that's basically a collection of NFT that is curated by multiple MOCA users. So you will be able to load NFTs from multiple Ethereum addresses into your MOCA account, registered on the Polygon blockchain, also aggregate Tezos at a later point, and then you are able to create exhibitions and curate them with multiple other users and then put them on chain so that permissionless APIs can serve these exhibitions that you curate with friends or like DAO members. And then you can map these exhibitions that you've created into the room that we are standing in. So you could have, like, if you have like a very big room, you could host multiple exhibitions that you have curated with your friends into the room simultaneously. Or if you have like a 16 slot room and you have like an exhibition that contains like 60 NFTs, you could select 16 of them and show them in the room, while like the exhibition that you have created with your friends is also shareable and accessible via a web browser or a smart TV browser. So we want to have like ultra high accessibility for these exhibitions that people curate. And then with rooms ecosystem, they are able to map those exhibitions into three-dimensional space and the metaverse. So we will have physical exhibitions covered with TVs and notebooks and projectors, whatever they use to display from a browser into the real world, and share it across the internet to people who use smartphones, browser-based devices, whatever. But also with Room, then open the gateway to share these curations into the metaverse. That are the next steps that we are building over like Q1 and Q2 of this year.
I mean, like, so like as more like the space talks about a lot of interoperability, but I'm really excited for this because it's actually like the best showcase of what interoperability can do. And also, like, the other thing that we haven't really talked about is like through its interoperability, you also sort of avoid like um elements of like censorship that can happen either from platform to platform or like country to country or region to region as well. Like a lot of people like I've seen haven't touched on the space where it's like I remember watching a video back then that said Minecraft, there was a server in Minecraft called the library, where you could just go there and read books that they've uploaded to Minecraft, and it's you can like go whatever language, and it was essentially built as this one place where you can go into Minecraft and read shit that you wouldn't be able to get access to in certain places. And essentially what we're getting that in the space where it's like certain artists have messed with like political art, but a lot of artists haven't really messed with, you know, like how do we make an uncensorable space that's fully accessible to everyone, you know? And then here comes this thing that's like that, but also interoperable to an extent as well.
Yeah. And then one virtual world might censor something, but the same exhibition might continue to exist in another virtual world that doesn't censor. Even if every virtual world would censor, you could like spin up your own Unreal Engine or Unity project, drag and drop in the room with like a library that somebody codes, and then you share it again. Like the permissionless curation on chain served via the graph will not be censorable. That's the cool thing about what we are building. And we have that in mind because it's important.
It's like a room chain on its own. It's a whole other, but but yeah, it's I think that's this kind of infrastructure that Renee is building is just so agile, and I think it's very honest to what the metaverse needs right now, which, you know, there's kind of a disconnect between what people are installing on virtual land and what is permissionless or what is accessible or what is on chain. It's a lot of kind of like, and I know a lot of the people in this room have been builders for a long time. Like it's disjointed right now, and I think we're hoping to really solve a bottleneck there, where the 3D environments themselves can be tokenized and can have metadata that's extremely agile across platforms. I think it'll be really, really powerful as the space matures.
So well, actually, here I know MOCA has Kevin Abosch, right? So number one, when are you guys gonna get an Ai Weiwei exhibition going? Right? Right? Like, listen, I remember one time I got stoned as hell, 2 a.m. and I sat there and I was like, hold on, this man had a whole exhibition about sunflower seeds that got canceled because health reasons. If you because the artists were stepping on the sunflowers and interacting with them and they were fake, the plastic and like the powder came off and like it was getting a little bit like unhealthy, right? But then here comes the space where I mean, you can have like gas videos playing, but like nobody's gonna get harmed or anything, right? And so it's like, yeah. So when Ai Weiwei space, sir, when exhibition?
Ai Weiwei might be here right now.
Oh,
We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I think you know, the museum is just, we're in the early days. I think there's going to be, I think what rooms will present, and you know, these tools like what Arium is building here. I mean, there's just so much opportunity to do all these different kind of solo experiences and really fold in you know, thinkers and free minds like Ai Weiwei. And I have a one designer that I really love that I've been hoping would get into the space is Olafur Eliasson, who I think did some collabs with Ai Weiwei before, but I'd love to see kind of metaverse thinking from some of these folks, and also, of course, ideas around freedom of thought and censorship and those types of things.
yeah, it would just be like, it would be everything fine artists theorize in art class, in art history class, but actually happening in here. Because we talk about all of it all the time, but it's like, it's so hard to execute an uncensorable space in person, right? Because you also have like human dynamics and all of that jazz, and then
Yeah. Well, actually, well, Dan's here now.
Untitled, are you still speaking? Oh, oh. Oh, wow. Well, I think we'll be ending it here since Arium sort of broke. The audio has gone. Oh, hello? I can hear somebody. Can you hear me? I can hear somebody. Hello? I hear typing.
Still there, guys?
Oh, I can hear somebody typing. I don't know if you can hear me.
There he is. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess this happened last time too, I think, where like the audio out of nowhere just cut out on us. Oh, I heard somebody very faintly speak. But I guess we're ending it for the day, or
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Well, this was great. Yo, thank you guys for the tour. I legitimately can't wait to see like some of the
Likewise.
crazy.
Good
Like,
to have you, Kirk, Master Architect.
you know, I can't wait to see what you guys make with like the crazy numbers. It's gonna be insane to see.
See you all soon.
Have a good one. Well, I think that's it for the tour. It got a little bit, you know, broken at the end, but that's because Arium Spaces sort of gets does its own thing. It's actively being built. We, as you heard untitled, we had the developer with us, so, and we are in we're in the. It's actually pretty cool that we're able to be inside the stairs. I guess we'll end it here. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's little MOCA tour. These rooms are essentially, I think, they go on sale automatically every 24 hours. Like the moment they started, every 24 hours, even if the room doesn't get bid, it gets burnt, and then a new room gets generated and gets put up for auction for 24 hours. And I think they'll be doing that for a year. And so it's gonna be crazy to see like what we can't get out of here. It's gonna be crazy to see what they achieve with this sort of layout, right? Like 69 or 420, even 128, right? Like that's crazy. But yeah, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tour, and well, hold on, am I blanking out on my own intro? No, I am not blanking out on my own intro. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this too. If you ever wanna get in contact with me, you can tag me in the Metakey Discord and the Dewat Residency channel, and I'll respond to you over there. And if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can tag me at on Twitter. You can tag me at Anubis_3100, and I'll respond to you over there. But yeah, anyways, you guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the tour, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.